Hey, hello everybody, it is I, Blaze from Blazing Flame Studio, and we are back again with a nearly dead Skirk. I don't remember this. Why is Skirk almost dead? Unfortunate. Well, we have some things to do, such as build Skirk. 189 resin, eh? Hold on. Let us move right on over here. And we've got 4 condensed. This resets tomorrow. That's good. Go ahead and claim our daily commission rewards.
Ad Astra. Thank you for
And what else can we do? Serenity Pot. I can do that. Go ahead and get those 2 wishes. Not that. Who can I raid? Let's visit Serenity. Steal a couple of rocks. How are we doing, everybody? Are we doing chat? Couple of rocks for me. Thank you. Right. That should give us these wishes. Let's go. And, okay, refinements, that would be R4, R2, but I don't use claymores that much. R4, R4. Definitely don't need another one of those. Could do, deathmatch is already R5 if I just refine it. Probably this, actually. Alright. And let's go ahead and use these, or at least this. Lovely. And not too interested in Dahlia's cons. So I think for the first time in a while, we'll just end up saving. I mean, you don't have to hear it. You can see it. How are you today, Jeep Keep? Doing alright. Kind of continuing to build a Skirk today. Yesterday we did an entire I beat every boss in Genshin Impact with Skirk team, which was interesting. The only one that I didn't do was the cryo hypostasis for
Where do we come from?
Pretty
where are we going?
Easy reasons.
Take a look.
Yeah. Which honestly, I'm kind of glad that it's not just, oh yeah, E0 Nouvelette is the biggest character in the game. I'm glad there's actually some competition. Yeah. Plus, you can't break the cryo shield with the normal teams, so I was like, that's not good content. Okay, finally time to finish this event. Yeah, all the other ones it was surprisingly quick. Much quicker than I thought it could have been. No, we'll want the berry one. There we go. I don't know why we'd have this event, yeah. It's weird, I'm not gonna lie. After teeming thorns appear, that will cause the grid squares they are on to be impassable and non-selectable. Will 2 harvest actions will cause thorns to wizard and disappear. Cool. Neat. I need to get to the weasels. It's just like a weird form of Candy Crush. That didn't really help me, did it? Yeah, that's more helpful. Are you talking about the that new main event? Or I guess the permanent game one? I believe it's the 25th. If I remember what I heard correctly, it should be the 25th. I know that I will be quite excited to start covering that. As even with a C6 Farina and various other tricks on my sleeve, I don't know if it'll be enough. Any particular teams in mind that you think you're going to use for the for that event, GP? Nice. I just know that my friends will probably end up taking. If I had to guess, I did think it's rare they're going to. Wait, what happened? Did I accidentally click tag nabbit? Fine. Messed that up, didn't I? Yeah, my friends will probably just end up taking my Farina if I had to fathom a guess. You have to go all the way down there. There we go. Here, up here. It's definitely not the most intense event I've ever played, but let's go together henna berries. Those. There we go. Right. Up here, go down through. Exit and finalize. And then the last one. Alright. Now they're off. This is getting out of hand. Now there are 4 of you. Coming through. Oh wait, here we go. Alright, nom 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 nom. It's me all the Ajanak Rut. Ugh. Ajanak Rut. Ajanak Nuts. Ugh. Names are confusing sometimes. So we're getting there. Right. And exit and finalize. Exit. Alright, that is the end of that event. Don't believe there are going to be any more of those. Go with the Companion Caper Chronicles. Now invite. Go. And now for the roguelike. Right, can't start it from here. Alright, Darwish, you're up. Oh, never mind. Alright, Skirk building time. Yeah, free Sethos is nice. I think I'm only on C1 of my Sethos right now. Yeah, so C2 will be nice. Okay, let's see here. I think we're still on the... because we can't do anything about this, but we've got plenty of enough to crown this. Weapon's already at level 90, you're already at level 90. So I guess it is just the artifact grind as usual. The Mata Shosei domain. In we go. Just start it up. Get ready to see some real damage. Yeah, she tends to, that wasn't even with the Farina ult. Alright. It's not required, but it certainly helps, especially because she's giving this team 55% cryo res shred. Now this is what happens when we actually use Phainon ult. Yeah, I mean, I put her in the Abyss when she was level 80, and her weapon was at 90, and with like 288 talents, and she cleared Abyss using this team.
Off to the breeze. Show new things. Annihilate. Death power.
You know, 60k normal attacks, but it's fine. Honor signature, yes. I did manage to get Azure Light. Though, for the sake of everyone's curiosity, let's see what happens if I use Jade Cutter.
Let my name echo in song. Extinguish. Power.
Not much different with Jade Cutter. If anything, probably slightly more interesting because her crit rate is now 127%. If you think about it, that should tell you right around where this crit rate currently is. I'm at 69, but because I'm running Mars Shosei Hunter with Farina. Boom. Not a ton here, but that's what the strong box is for. Have you done the Spiral Abyss yet, GP Keep? Congrats, I think, Michael Tepes. Nice. 411-2. Is that? I do think it's funny to me that they put a local legend in the Abyss. Nothing. How about now? Darn. Oh, gotcha. Not a terminology I was overly familiar with. Yeah, nothing quite like that. Guess we're just kind of casually chilling today. I can actually show. What this abyss looks like. So yeah, we'll use the Cryo team on second half. Skirk, Farina, Escoffier. Who was the fourth? Yelan was the one I've been currently using. Yeah. First half, Mavwika. Silali, Baressa. And Benny Boy. Where's Benny Boy? You're around here somewhere. There you are. Oh, right. Yeah, I started around day one when the game came out, as soon as it was like publicly released access, so I now have a fairly new-ish ID.
Going in! Down below, by my spark, the nut, get to work! Pyroclastic surge! Show no mercy! Yeah! It's justice o'clock! Headbutt! Charge! Smash now! Teamwork is true! Rise to the sun! Light of the blazing sun! Ultimate flying kick! Hey! Off we go! Get to work! I'm going in! Yeah! Hey! Light it up! Pyroclastic surge!
Boom.
Fulfill our path! Keep lolling! Headbutt! Boom! You're out incoming! Yeah! Light of the blazing sun! Full throttle! Everybody stand back! Charge! Headbutt! Show no mercy! You two! Time to end this wrath from the sky! Very well.
I just try to show how fast the second team can do stuff, so I'm not really trying to go for like the timer limits, but
Annihilate. A little remove. Shower me with praise. Time to shine. Extinguish. Mine to wield. Strike a pose! Yeah! This is getting in quietly now. Goose on the loose! Yeah! Yeah!
yeah, I think I was like just over 8 minutes in that, and so she killed that boss in technically under a minute because it had it to do its split animation.
Let's light it up! Fulfill our pact! Yeah! Heads up! Charge! Charge! Pyroclastic surge! Try and stop me! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Hey, what?
Get to work! Keep lolling! Eat Papa! Burn it down! Light of the blazing sun! Let's light it up! I'm going in! Headbutt! Yeah! Hey! Yeah! Show no mercy! Light it up! Wrath from the sky!
Boom.
You two! How dare you! It's justice o'clock! Yeah! Look out below! Hero incoming! Light of the blazing sun! Full throttle! Let's light it up, everybody! It's justice o'clock! Look out below! Maximum power! It's justice o'clock! Wrath from the sky!
Alright, second half.
Off to the breather! Let the world collide! Yeah!
Name of the power revelation.
Shower me with praise!
The truth shall set you free. Hear ye, the word shall be unto you.
Gotcha! Off to the breather! Brilliant! Let my name echo in song! Yeah! Yeah! Power! Busted!
She's fairly good. Yeah.
Fulfill our pact! Get to work! Keep lolling! Eat Papa! Pyroclastic surge!
Boom. You guys are
Go
here.
in! Charge! Yeah! Suffer the wrath of me! Rise to the sun! Wrath from the sky! Time to go. Why do they never miss? Let's light it up! Everybody stand! Show no mercy! Burn it down! Light of the blazing sun! Keep lolling! Eat Papa! Get him! Headbutt! Hero incoming! Yeah! Look out below! Going in! Wrath from the sky! Let's light it up! It's justice o'clock! Yeah! Headbutt! Get to work! Show no mercy! Suffer the wrath of each!
And pop this.
Strike a pose!
Pretty sure I saw a couple 100k autos in there. But yeah, she is definitely quite OP. Not what I'm trying to do. Trying to close out. Thank you. Did I already do the mine 10 items? Or no, that was 9. Of course it was 9. Of course. Go mine one more item. Right. This resets 8 days. This resets 23 days. Got about a week left there. What avatar did I get? Oh, Dahlia. Right. Because Dahlia finally decided to show up. In that case, let's do a story. Oh, right, I forgot about this. Just leaving this to do and then never doing it. Alright.
The abyss is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish.
Help Al. On my way, Al. Really? How did you even hit me?
Fearless.
Okay. Now, what are you gonna do now? Well, that's rough.
Fearless. Paradigm shift. Off to the breather.
There you go. You two noble warriors, you have come forth to uphold the cause of justice. Why, had I arms as slender as yours, I would tip my hat to honor you. You don't have a hat. Means we shouldn't dwell too much on these details. The Bell Dragon? We in Fire Emblem? Is that just an Oceania? Colin. Allegedly is Ishda. Perfect social construct. It'd be best if he wasn't home all the same. Just for me.
Okay, I can get behind this filling.
Load Jack. Phainon is a bard whose task is to record my adventures. A lively limerick to give you a licking the likes of which you've never seen? Orchestra? Miss Lyris? Can you put your name on your organization as well? Not really, Paimon, but I'm not going to insult you to your face. Unless it's funny humor like the bard. I'd probably you'll have to stop for a second. Doc and Al shake hands awkwardly. If nothing else, they extend their wing and webbed foot and tap them together. Hello. Anything I need to do? Yes, I understand. Which oddity at play here. Let's just leave this aside for now. wicked up there. That's right. Leave it to me. Hold up. You will never take me alive.
Attack the frosting!
Your hard work is paying off, as it should.
Lovely. Nope. Okay. There you are. We'll have none of that, thank you. I see you over there.
A little elusive. Nice.
And you're done. Colonel? and this is Paimon. What's the rest of your team? In a competition. Colonel Kate bounces away. Into the designated location. Mori. Not much of a talker.
Adaptive frosting! Extinguished!
Gotcha. Oh. In the Princeton Tower, though? Role as a colonel. Bye. That's quite exciting.
You've earned yourself a reward.
We fly. I wish just have their soul weighed down by gravity. bubble formation that for some strange reason doesn't attack you but helps you unseal treasures. Control the currents and barriers to guide the mist bubble to the ring dice at the end. Sure. This is a barrier I can't get through? Fine. Okay. The wall here. Aha! That should stop that. Come on down. Also getting blocked. Let's see if we can find out from where. So go under. That should fix that. And then there's one to go. Stop right there, criminal scum. Lovely. Seems like it's not moving anymore. Treasure.
You've earned yourself a reward.
I am back. I didn't join any of you. Mori bowls Jack over. Kate laughs at him, only to also be knocked over by Mori. The altercation is eventually calmed by Al and Petit Show's meditation. Or mediation. Know what everyone wants. We're here to support you. I won't accept Jack. I can't have been easy. Bravo. Let's go.
A little boosh. First.
Yeah, it's really ain't working well for you.
Attack the prostate.
That didn't go well for you at all. Easy. Fly up there. Not a decision to make. Only you can decide. I could just climb the tower. Oh, even if I got up here, it wouldn't have mattered without doing this, so. Let's see what's on the other side.
A treasure buried in time.
Oh. The library? Have a look around. You two should be able to get through. Might be some sort of path.
Strike a pose!
Calendar. Bell Shield of Narcissus. Holy Blade of Nezerrunes. That time the Sword of Billion Valor. Take the holiness at face value. It's the bubble.
A little amuse bouche!
An attempt was made. Well, this definitely goes up. Sorry, little guy. I didn't actually want to hurt you.
Off to the freeze!
A treasure buried in time.
Going through. Uh-oh. Huh. No. Nothing? Okay. No, not at all. You the princess? Coming through.
A treasure buried in time.
Deja vu, perhaps? On the other hand, be able to leave as long as we find the end of the road. Any thoughts? Let's take stock. You noticed anything? Good work, Phainon. If I go backward. What if I go in reverse? Ah, I knew it. I'm assuming this is what I'm supposed to do. Holy Blade. Hmm. The Holy Blade. I guess we just keep going this way. Open the path forward. I knew it was an elevator. Did say that Princess Lyris would be just up ahead. Alright. Whoa. Am I gonna get attacked by the Oceanan? is, then it is.
A little of the power.
No, the Colonel. Cannot be. Not the dog, too.
Off to the breather.
Base is not within the tower. We teleported to a different place from the tower. More clues. Where am I on the map? Oh. Hmm? Okay. Former commander, eh? Anything relevant? Picture. Now where am I? It's like that book we saw in the Institute of Natural Philosophy. One mystery follows another. Let's put a pen in that for now. Oh, it's an Oceanic. I'd have been reminded of something. The manners be. Mind if I do? Hello there, Torturous. Allow me to give you the proper greeting. How lovely. Hello, Marianne. I wonder if these will all be areas that are still explorable after the fact. This place feels like maybe not. There doesn't seem to be any chests or anything here. Or enemies. Drops of water stain the soil that burn black. Sunflowers spring from the earth, grow quickly and bloom. Like this exceeds the realm of amazing. Flowers I wear in my hair. But I fear they'll be hard to find now. Lion seeds can indeed be found on Paimon. Marianne happily plants them in the soil. Question. Who can unite and yet maintain their personhood? A dog? Go. Don't fuss over the details too much. You really want to hear what I have to say? I mean, all that we've experienced so far was just a story. Think about it for a moment, Paimon. Is there even a Narcissuran kingdom amongst the 7 nations? More accurately, those parts of the story have not yet been written. The structure already existed. It was used as the setting for the story. In fact, you can think about this means you can remember it. Hmm. No, I thought we could help man. Story isn't over. Maybe sure, but I think most likely undefined factors. That's why we can bring the story to an end.
Your hard work is paying off, as it should.
For the sake of curiosity, though I assume there's no way back in there. My easiest ways of getting up. Strongly.
Sure.
Venti. Wanderer. Let's see, Lolly maybe?
Whatever you need.
Sounds good to me.
And
This had better be important.
you probably wouldn't find it that way.
Quake!
As you can't get up that high.
One with nature. Time to
These
go.
walls climbable? The walls are climbable. Does that do anything? How could I get up there? Wait, what? I see. Door gonna open? Okay. This area is no longer flooded anymore. But now you can't get to the bottom. Is that what this is?
Time to go.
This is order.
Fulfill our pact. You
This is
two.
not a team for this.
Time to end.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
Unsightly insects. Crumble. Gather.
Get to work! Fulfill our pact! Suffer the wrath of evil!
Wind strike! As one with wind and cloud!
I will have order. Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
Doesn't loop back around. Probably back to the top. So then there must be no way of getting back down there? I mean, the lair exists on the map, so there has to be a way to get down there. Hello, Elite Frost. How are you today? Well, thanks for dropping on by. If you're talking about Skirk, she is quite good. I have tested her on many an occasion. Here. We go up. Yeah, if you have a Scoffier and like a good Hydro team setup, Hydro Cryo Mono team, she is Nuvolette levels of powerful, even at E0. Or C0. That brings me up here. There's the door. Who knows if this guide is even still usable. Jump down the hole into level 2. Apparently for this quote-unquote ages-old glitch, we need a tiny character.
I'll take good.
Alright, yeah. What do I need to do while I'm in here? Okay. Something to do with that. Okay. Ah, they patched it. There used to be a way to glitch in through here. Unfortunate. If I had to guess, doubt there's any way on the other floors as a result of that. Oh, we'll check the one below us just in case.
Get to work! Stay put!
Bow your head!
Keep lolling! East Papa! Get him!
Wind strike! Tip clouds high! The birds call!
Oh, chest.
Pack everything up nice and carefully. Don't drop anything.
Yeah, you've got a pretty decent baseline then. Start on the first layer. Then we'll try this third and fourth and the third layer. Nothing here. And is there a way through here? Oh. And there's a hole, but I don't think I can get anybody through that. Potentially, yeah. I think she has a skill or something that cares about only Hydro and Cryo characters being in the party, though. How could I get in? The other idea I could think of. Ching, maybe? Could get through there?
Something's come up? Don't blink!
Ow. Looks like it's impossible. And that's the only real way I could have seen. Only way I see that we could have potentially broken through.
Time to broaden the horizon.
Yeah, we're just not gonna fit. Oh. For a second there. Maybe it is possible. Come on. Let me break the game.
I see everything.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that's happening. Is there any other eventually breakable break-in point? To get under here. It might. It's always, at the very least, I'd recommend testing. One other potential way to do this. And since it's very close to here, maybe we'd be able to get there. Okay. Directly underneath this. Not that. pillar here. Not that. Hmm. Looks like maybe slightly further in. Aha! Looks like you can squeeze in here. Almost had it. Oh, too high up. Definitely break in through there. I had it for a second, but I misinterpreted. Hmm. Can you break into the map? Yeah, see, Lolly and Movwika with Shalonen are... I mean, that team is already insane. Come on. Patch this too? Oh. Well, that was unintended. Don't even know how I did that. That used to be the indicator that you were breaking into the map. Yeah, it doesn't quite look like any of the old glitches work anymore. Looks like most of them got patched a long time ago. Only one more place that might still work. Down here. This would be the closest place to the full underground experience. Come through. Let me up. The right way? Yes, I still am. See if we can get up there.
The wind knows me. Behold!
Not your animo right now. Be Zhongli at work.
Sure.
There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the wind cannot blow on forever.
Quake!
It will not work. Okay, fine. Then I'll go switch to the UA Traveler. For the sake of science! Science!
Just what will we come across?
Resonate with Geo. Okay. Back to Fontaine. Back to the port of Fontaine. Gotta go through all this again. Hey, Consigliere, how's your boss? Honestly, I doubt any of these old glitches work anymore. There used to be back in the old days, there used to be a ton of these.
Into the wind!
They were very fun to try to do every time. But a lot harder to get to them nowadays. Come on. Wanderer? No, Wanderer.
The wind rises.
There. Well, that didn't help. Let's try over here. There's a way to do this. There's gotta be. Yeah, whatever. If I do find a way back up here, I'll make a post about it or something. I'm sure there's still some updated ways of breaking under the map. I will find my way back down there eventually. That does leave us with... I think we're going to end at noon. That does leave about 45 minutes left before we would swap over. Or alternatively, let's do some Star Rail. Then we might end up, well, probably end at the usual one if I had to guess. So let's see. Be right back. Alright, so let's change up the stream title and let's find out, is there anything new going on right now? There shouldn't be, because there's still not a lot of time. We're just getting ready to go into that next update. Change up the stream title. Change up the category as well. What is there to do? Aren't there plenty? What do I put in the stream title? What do I put in the stream title? Did we get a reset yet on Pure Fiction, or is that tomorrow? I think that might be tomorrow. MOC is tomorrow, darn. That's updated that. And then live. Swap screen. Screen is swapped, screen is tiny. Screen must be enhanced. Oh man, almost on the first try. Just gonna make it a little bit smaller. That blue? Alright. We go on, we've got about an hour and 45 minutes. So why don't we do a story quest? Oh, this is the Yunli one.
See, there's tasty food in Arum Alley. Let's go there.
Good thing.
A table for two, please.
All right, come on in. What would you like?
Well, we'll have...
The entire menu?
What are we doing?
Do you think it'll be enough?
I won't be able to finish it all.
Oh, don't worry.
Well, then I'll start making a few dishes, and if you need more, just let me know.
Thank you.
Do you usually eat a lot?
Yeah. I mean, not too much, actually. Grandpa said to never be stingy when it comes to making friends. So, how big is your appetite?
I don't eat much.
Then we can bring the leftovers to Grandpa.
Sure we don't need to look for March?
I've thought about it. She deserves a day off. Well, to be more precise, I'm interested in your sword. Yanqing mentioned you before. He said that you're not to be underestimated, and that your weapon has a unique shape. So I've always been curious about your sword. How the weight is distributed, what material it's
My
made of, whether it contains any special ingenia.
It's not a sword, it's a baseball bat.
Seriously? A bat?
Are you so curious?
Yeah, now more than ever.
Place your beloved bat, your most trusted companion, perhaps second only to the likes of March 7th, Danheng, Welt, Himiko, and Pom Pom, before Yunli's gaze.
So, it really is a baseball bat. Grandpa said that a sword doesn't have to be constrained by its shape. So, in a sense, your bat is a sword too.
And yet no one ever
Also said
uses
that a weapon
the
makes
Trailblazer
you
for the
faster.
bat.
So, your bat actually reflects your habits and nature, you know? Let me guess. You're someone who doesn't follow the rules, enjoys improvising, and can handle yourself well against tough foes. Am I right?
Have you soon secretly filming me?
Amazing, right? And I bet you always say something silly like, rules are made to be broken. I've come across so many sword wielders who acted all righteous and moral, but were really just liars. Their swords always told the truth, though. They told me that their wielders were just a bunch of frauds who relied on their divine weapons for everything. I've hunted down hundreds of swords like this so far, and every single one of them has been melted down.
You take people's swords by force and melt them down?
But only for those who cross the line. Melting their swords is my way of protecting those weapons. Just looking at a sword is not enough. Grandpa always says, words and expressions can be deceiving. But in a fight to the death, the sword's movements never lie. The war dance is just around the corner. We'll be participating.
Miss Yuli, for talented sword masters like you, the war dance is a perfect opportunity to show off your skills. But for people like her who've already made significant contributions to the Xianzhou, they maybe don't need to prove themselves in the war dance stage. It has been a while, Miss Nameless.
And you are?
Madam Yukong's secretary.
Thank you for your introduction, Miss Nameless. I'm Shi Kuei, and I work in the Palace of Astrum as the secretary for the Helmmaster. I apologize for interrupting your conversation. I happened to hear you discussing the war dance. And since this person is an old acquaintance, I thought I'd come and say hello.
Are you hosting any guests?
Yes, with the war dance approaching, many guests from afar are pouring in. Mr. Pavo here is one of them. He's from the distant planet Kalevala. Mr. Pavo's planet recently joined the Pan-Cosmic Trade System. He brought his delegation here this time, not only for business, but also to return something that belongs to Xianzhou.
I guess it's a sword.
Ms. Shikwe, the word gift is perhaps more fitting than return. While it did once belong to the Xianzhou, we faced many tribulations to be able to deliver it here, so it should be considered a gift.
I apologize for my poor choice of words. Mr. Pavo's delegation brought a legendary Xianzhou sword that had been lost for centuries. General Huayan plans to personally thank them at the Palace of Astrum and present the sword as a prize to the champion of the war dance. Mr. Pavo and I were
But that means
actually
Luca
on
got
our
it,
way.
technically?
Since you two were talking so enthusiastically about the war dance, maybe you'd be interested in joining us at the Palace of Astrum?
Sure. That's
Nice
Papa.
to meet you both. The journey to the Xianzhou Lafu wasn't an easy one, but the scenery here is worth it. It's completely different from my homeland. Once the formalities at the Palace of Astrum are finished, I'll find a quiet spot on the street and plant a seedling. Then my mission will be complete. The Sword of Heroes will finally be returned to its rightful owners. I couldn't be happier. Oh, you're interested in my home planet? That's great. Your Excellency is welcome to visit us at any time. Even though the trade route just opened, it still might take around 200 system hours to get there from Clear Point. But our planet is really great. Yeah, sure, it's a bit cold and the food is a bit repetitive and houses aren't as fancy as those on Clear Point. But that doesn't matter. We've discovered massive supernium deposits, and we're on the path to prosperity. Oh, you mean the Mieka Kibesa? It's incredible sword. That weapon helped the legendary heroes of my homeland slay demons. Also has the power to choose monarchs. All the ancient kings of Kalevala received a sign from the sword, showing they were worthy to rule the land. According to tradition, each monarch would plunge the sword into a stone, and only a hero recognized by the sword could pull it out and ascend to the throne next.
The sword can actually
Those
hold
are
more
just
monarchs.
legends from the past. No one today has witnessed it firsthand.
Why don't you keep the sword for yourselves?
Times have changed. And now that we have a council in place, the idea of a sword crowning a king has become a joke. Besides, it wasn't a native of Kalevala who last pulled out the sword and recognized its connection to the Xianzhou ship. He was a visitor from afar. While the sword holds great historical significance
Interesting.
for Kalevala, it doesn't truly belong to our world. The old-timers on council had a heated debate about whether to return the sword. They eventually unanimously agreed to let the Mieka Kivesa return to where it truly belonged. That's the best possible outcome.
I'm gonna witness its return too.
It's an honor to have so many people witness the sword's homecoming.
Young Lee, you must be happy about this.
Let's head to the Palace of Astrum together.
Let's take a look at the sword too.
Thanks to March 7th skipping class, we get to join in on the fun. Grandpa always asks me to go look at swords with him. He hasn't said anything about this one. It's really weird. But now that we're invited, let's go and check it out.
Maybe he's afraid you're gonna want to melt it down. Go to the Palace of Astrum.
This haven of memories. Every touch.
Here you are. Come on. Let's go to the ceremony together.
Let's go. Argenti? They just show up everywhere, huh?
Please allow me to offer a sincere compliment to my fair lady. Your beauty is as pure as a snow-white iris. Well, if it isn't my dear friend. Glad to meet you again.
Who is this weirdo? Who is this knight?
I am Argenti, a member of the Knights of Beauty. I was invited as a part of the Kalevala delegation to escort the legendary Mieka Kivesa back to the Xianzhou. May I have the honor of knowing your name?
My name is Yun Li.
What a beautiful name. I wonder if you have ever heard the holy name of the pure and flawless goddess of dreams.
You're being cringe, bud. You're being cringe.
In
expect you to be so well informed. Well, now that you're here, don't forget your manners.
Manners, manners. Come on. You won't find another granddaughter as polite and well-behaved as me.
Well, just remember this is a very serious ceremony. Sorry for keeping you waiting, Mr. Pavo. Now, let the sword gifting ceremony begin.
Before the ceremony officially commences, I want to express my gratitude to
Oh, you pulled it.
Thank you for enlightening
Good
us
job,
on the
Argenti.
sword's origin, and for escorting it here safely so that we may complete this ceremony.
It was my duty as a Knight of Beauty.
I'm here to return the legendary Mieka Kifesa to the Xianzhou Alliance, its rightful homeland.
I'm truly grateful for Kalevala's noble act of returning the sword and for the Knight of Beauty's chivalry. Now, as we gather here on the Xianzhou Luofu, I officially welcome the sword back to its homeland. Mieka Kifesa. It's a fitting name for a sword with such a legendary past. I still remember the name engraved on this sword the day it was forged. Gu Yin. It was forged by Han Guang, a craftsman from the Zhu Ming's Flame Wheel Forge.
Wait. Hongguang?
Although its blade is worn and cracked, its essence remains as resilient as the
Looks like she
Xianzhou
recognizes that name.
All it needs is some repairs and polishing by the skilled craftsmen of the Artisanship Commission to regain its former glory. I've decided to entrust this sword, Gu Yin, to the Luofu Artisanship Commission for restoration. Furthermore, it will serve as the prize for the champion of the Luofu Wardens. This sword will be
Talk to him afterward.
abominations, protect our homeland, live up to the mission of the Kalevalan delegation that returned it from so far away.
Thank you, General. It is an honor for Kalevala.
Now, esteemed knight and delegation members, please
Yunli's
head to
gonna-
the Artisanship Commission, where
No! This sword!
Yunli! These esteemed guests have brought back your father's work.
Oh, I didn't realize this sword was actually forged by your father. Returning it to its rightful owner is,
Give me that cursed sword right now! I'll melt away the remnants of that man's...
I'm just not gonna react. I don't know you.
Don't be rude, Yunli. Apologize to our esteemed...
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for making a scene. But I have to melt down this cursed sword.
Cursed.
Yunli, please.
Genty might know something as well.
This is exactly why I didn't want Yunli to know about
Care to
this.
explain what she's talking
I
about?
didn't want to create trouble. Could you, please, keep an eye on Yunli for me? That is a tall order, but I'm counting on you. I apologize for the unfortunate.
Unless I'm mistaken, you should be around here.
Okay. In the event that there was some sort of additional.
Unless I'm mistaken, you should be around here somewhere.
What's wrong?
Did Grandpa send you to look for me? I bet he did.
I'm just here because I care about you. Would have come anyway, to be honest.
Just so you know, I'm here just waiting for the perfect moment to snatch that sword. And once I have it, I'll melt it down before anyone one can react. Don't even think about stopping me. No one can stop me.
No one can help you if you don't explain what's going on.
Sent you here. Surely he doesn't want you to help me.
Do you think I care what your grandpa told me to do?
Have you heard of cursed swords? That sword is one.
So it's like a sacred sword that's been
You
corrupted?
clearly heard a lot of folk tales. But that's not the kind of cursed sword I'm talking about. A cursed sword lets anyone, even a complete novice, wields it with insane skill. Just like holding the hills, even the weakest woman can brandish it with incredible speed and strength.
And that, March 7th could graduate in
I'm
just one
not
day.
joking around. And I'm not making up some crazy story. While a cursed sword grants instant abilities to its wielder.
It's like the Heliobi one that that infected Yanqing.
It's like continuously adding fuel to the forge. With each swing, the sword drains the wielder's blood and essence. Day by day, the fuel will run out, leaving nothing but an empty husk. Soon enough, you'll no longer be a person wielding a sword, but a mindless, killing machine, consumed by bloodlust and murderous thoughts.
That's like being possessed by a Heliobus.
So you're familiar with Heliobi? That makes this much easier to explain. There was a lunatic swordsmith who infused metal blades with Heliobi, as he was obsessed with turning weapons into living things. And this is how cursed swords were made.
Your father sealed a Heliobus inside that sword?
I know, I shouldn't have caused a scene at the sword gifting ceremony. But I thought this through. If I don't make a fuss now, that cursed sword will cause a whole lot more trouble. So it's better if it's me causing the trouble. By the way, aren't we supposed to be taking the sword to the Artisanship Commission for repairs? Why haven't they come out yet? Any ideas?
There are other ways out of the Palace of Astrum.
Looks like they're not going to show up here. I'll just head straight to the Artisanship Commission. It doesn't matter why Grandpa chose that sword. I won't let it fall into anyone else's hands. I'll track down every single sword he forged and melt them down one after another. Just like I've been doing for all these years. I have to go now.
Is she planning to sneak into the Artisanship Commission and steal that sword?
Sneak in? I'm pretty sure it's a public place. It's not like it's exactly, you know, illegal to be there.
The Artisanship Commission is so big. Where could she be?
Hello.
Just a while ago, a girl came up to me, all fierce and demanding directions. She said she's a member of the Artisanship Commission. Do you know her?
No idea who she is. If she really works here, how can she not know her way around?
I know her. She's from the Xianzhou Zhuming's Artisanship Commission.
That explains it then.
Explains what? It explains nothing at all.
She said something like, I'm a member of the Artisanship Commission. Where do you keep your precious stuff? I got scared and pointed her toward Master Gongshu's warehouse, where he stores his aromatons.
Wait, why did you give her directions? What if she's planning to steal something?
Where'd she
What
go?
else? Like I said, she was headed straight for the warehouse, where all the valuable aromatons are.
Yeah, that place is filled with Master Gongshu's precious aromatons. I bet they'll give her a hard time.
Yeah, sure. If you want to believe that. Looks like I can't activate that from this side. Luckily, there's another stairwell.
What are you doing here?
Alright, time to talk about that. Not really the team I want to use, but
We're lost.
caster, it's your time to shine. Right. Boom.
It's cherished.
Dead.
That was the last of them. This place is heavily guarded. But there's nothing but automatons. Where is the arsenal? Seems like not even those craftsmen know where the arsenal is. At this rate, we won't find anything. And Grandpa might take me away before I can do anything. You're not really here to help me. You're here to stop me, right?
You know, this cursed sword isn't just your problem.
It's not. Grandpa made a promise to the delegation, and going back on his word would tarnish his reputation and make things difficult for the Lofu. But leaving that cursed sword here will also make things difficult for the Lofu. So all things considered, the best outcome is for me to melt that sword down and take all the blame. You probably think I'm being impulsive and unreasonable, right?
I imagine you know your father more than I do.
Hey, I'm not always like this. It's because of that cursed sword. Look. I owe you an explanation. But this isn't the best place to talk. We need to find somewhere else. Let me be clear, though. I'm still pretty riled up. This is just a temporary break. I already told you about Guyan. The sword that was returned during the ceremony. It's a cursed sword, with a heliobus inside. And Hongguang, the swordsmith who forged it, is my father.
He is your father. No, was. Interesting.
I rarely mention his name to anyone other than Grandpa. Maybe, like you said, I've been avoiding having to talk about him. But as long as my mission to hunt down cursed swords continues, it's impossible to avoid the topic forever. For some reason, I feel like I can open up to you.
I've had to deal with a few cursed swords in my time.
I don't remember much about him. All I know is
Small
that the
Yun Li.
Flame Wheel Forge used to be a bustling place, with people from all over coming to get one of his swords. They called him the greatest master craftsman since Yingxing. I didn't catch all the details, but I do remember seeing him forge those amazing swords, while the visitors watched with smiles on their faces. I used to believe that craftsmen brought happiness to others. The swords crafted by the Flame Wheel Forge are famed across the stars. They possess exceptional sharpness and invincibility. With these legendary weapons, even ordinary people can become skilled warriors, capable of overcoming the most formidable opponents. But then, he became obsessed with becoming a famed swordsmith, and started crossing all sorts of lines. He forged cursed swords that should never exist. And all those people who desired those twisted swords started flooding into the palace.
However, just like Grandpa said, those who excel with the sword will eventually suffer by it. The palace is filled with visitors from afar. Some left empty-handed. Others got swords that didn't fulfill their desires. And some even resorted to stealing. And in the midst of all the chaos my father created, he ended up being stabbed by one of the swords he forged. It was so sudden and unexpected. Everything went silent for a moment. All I could hear was the sound of bones breaking and blood pouring out. I was frozen in place, unable to move. It was only when my mother pushed me away from the deadly swings of her sword.
Bad.
I don't remember much after that, except for the pounding of my heart and the sound of my own gasps of breath. I could hear the smith and Phainon forward shouting, "Run away, Yunli!" And the screams were agony. My tears wouldn't stop, and I couldn't see anything. I kept gasping for air until I collapsed in a pool of blood. If General Phainon hadn't arrived in time, I probably wouldn't be here talking to you now. After that, General Phainon took me in and treated me like his own granddaughter. To me, he is 100 times better than my sinful father. He taught me forging and swordsmanship. Han Guang paid for his sins, but his troubled legacy must not go unchecked. According to the records, he forged a total of 1,382 Heliobus cursed swords, and 182 of them had unique designs. When I joined the Phainon Forge for training, I made a vow to hunt down all those cursed swords. So far, I found 312 of them. And Guyan will be my 313th. Like all the other cursed swords, I'll separate it from the Heliobus. Then, I'll melt it down and make it part of the Blade of Forged Remnants. I've said my piece now. Even though it'll be tough for Grandpa, I still have to melt down the sword.
You should talk to General Phainon about it.
You're saying, even though Grandpa knew it was a cursed sword, he still chose it to be a prize because he thought it wouldn't cause any trouble? No. No matter how I think about it, something is definitely off. Grandpa didn't tell me anything about the ceremony. He must be hiding something. Besides, after our argument today, you want me to go back and talk to him now? No way. At least not today. Maybe tomorrow. Somehow, after talking to you, I feel like I've cooled off a bit. Well, I'll have an honest conversation with Grandpa tomorrow. And I won't take any action against Guyan until he gives me his reasons.
Ready to apologize.
Yeah. I shouldn't have done that in a public place. Anyway, thank you. We'll catch up tomorrow.
I should go back to the Palace of Astrum and tell General Phainon what happened at the Artisanship Commission.
Sure thing. Me in.
My granddaughter didn't cause any trouble, did she, youngling?
Explain Yunli's situation.
Sorry for all this trouble. Yunli told you quite a bit. Now it's time for this old man to tell my side of the story. Han Guang was my beloved disciple. A rare genius not seen in the Flame Wheel Forge since Yingxing. However, talent can sometimes be a curse. He had an unusual fervor for forging, and he dreamed of forging a sword with self-awareness that surpassed that of humans. He believed it would make warriors invincible without any training. According to him, while weapons of mass destruction like dooming flames and alchemical arrows can destroy many enemies, true victory lies with soldiers who fearlessly fight, ready to lay their lives on the line. Usually, Xianzhou swordsmiths infuse a basic level of awareness into their swords to make them easier to wield. But even then, soldiers need to experience countless battles to overcome fear and sharpen their instincts. So
He thought of using Heliobi to absorb emotions.
by infusing Heliobi into swords, he managed to forge weapons that could grant their wielders strength and valor, and even make decisions for them. However, weapons are different from regular tools. They are meant to kill, plain and simple. After countless battles, all the anger, fear, and bloodlust is soaked up by the Heliobi within the swords. The soldiers wielding them not only gain strength, but they also become consumed by the malice, turning them into puppets possessed by the swords. No matter how noble Han Guang's intentions were, those weapons, soaked in blood, turned into cursed swords eventually. Later, Outworlders got wind of what he was doing and encouraged him to keep forging cursed swords. They came up with all sorts of reasons, taking back their kingdoms to slaying demons. And you know what happened next. That massacre took her parents' lives, and the lives of many craftsmen in the Flame Wheel Forge. Yunli managed to survive, but she couldn't escape the horrors of that day.
Was that sword really containing
Is
Heliobus?
indeed one of the cursed swords forged by Han Guang. Very few swordsmiths could use Heliobi as forging material, and Han Guang was one of them. His attempt came at a terrible cost.
That's why you didn't want her to see it.
I don't want her to spend her whole life trapped under her father's shadow. She doesn't deserve to carry the weight of his mistakes. Despite her vow to hunt down and wipe out all cursed swords, fulfilling that vow requires immense effort. Traversing the starry seas in search of the swords is like finding a needle in a haystack. And to reclaim those swords, she has to duel the bloodthirsty wielders, teetering on the edge of life and death. She has taken back over 300 cursed swords, and has suffered the same number of fatal wounds. I took her in to give her a chance at a normal childhood, not to send her on a sword-hunting journey. Even if she manages to melt down all the cursed swords one day, what will she do with her life after?
Make plans to talk
this
to you.
sword could be an opportunity. I wanted to tell her that her father wasn't all evil, that even the man she resents so much managed to forge a true sword of heroes. I also wanted to find a chance to tell her about the history and origin of this sword, but not during the ceremony. As you saw, it wasn't a good time. I've instructed the Artisanship Commission to keep the sword safe in the arsenal. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask the people involved.
Master Gongshu. Calm down.
Since my granddaughter mentioned talking to me tomorrow, I'll be waiting for her. By the way, you watched over her for quite some time. You must be exhausted, aren't you?
Yeah, no.
I'll be counting on you then.
Time to go back and find that class-skipping March 7th.
Please, take good care of Yunli.
You got it. A fine march. Finishing it all, you return to the express and come face to face with March 7th, caught skipping class. Sipping milk tea and gossiping, time slipped away unnoticed. The next day arrived. Master Guangsheng? Oh, Dehao. What's the matter? Told them to be careful. To be honest, I kind of agree with Yun Li in this situation, and Yun Li is here.
All right, everyone is here. It's time for questioning.
Yunli, I'm sure you understand why the official called you here, right?
Yeah? But I didn't steal the sword.
I'm
Now
not
is
sure.
not the time to use your reputation like that. If we don't recover the sword, we will be breaking our promise to the Lawfu and betraying the delegation. We're counting on you to find the truth.
Could Argenti have gotten it?
Yes. It's my duty to thoroughly investigate the case. Though Yunli is firm in her words, we can't just rely on her testimony.
After everything, the sword still got stolen. They should have given it to me from the beginning.
In this case of Gu Yun's theft, everyone involved seems suspicious of Phainon. This Yun Li is the main suspect. First, during the sword-giving ceremony, Yun Li openly expressed her intention to steal the sword. She mentioned it multiple times.
Technically, I helped her with that.
She broke into the Artisanship Commission, destroyed the Rumatons in an attempt to get the sword.
That's true.
The Realm Keeping Commission inspected the arsenal where Gu Yun was stored, and there were no signs of forced entry through the doors or windows. The only possible entrance or exit was a small window gate, just a few inches wide.
March 7th there.
If we're here, she'd probably jinx it and accidentally reveal who the thief was.
The box containing Gu Yun was opened, and the sword went missing. But none of the other swords in the room were touched. Which means...
Theft was planned in advance.
I don't think it was stolen on a whim.
Exactly. The suspect had a clear motive and took only Gu Yun. So, besides the ceremony participants, only the delegation members had access to the sword.
Be someone from the delegation?
In that case, why would they return it to the Xianzhou in the first place?
Not everyone in the delegation has the same agenda.
That makes sense. The delegation, led by the Knight of Beauty, delivered the sword to the Artisanship Commission. The craftsmen who received it testified that they didn't take anything from the arsenal.
Maybe their Argenti took it.
Argenti? Oh, that Knight of Beauty. He was with the delegation when they handed over the sword to the Artisanship Commission. You might not know, but he's the one who recognized the sword's origin on Kalevala and escorted it back to the Sienna.
Yeah, but he also might have noticed the whole cursed thing.
So, he wouldn't have gone through all that trouble to bring it to the Law Fu if he wanted to keep the sword for himself.
There have been a craftsman.
Master Gongshu checked the work records, and I questioned all the craftsmen and apprentices who were on shift at the time. I didn't find any suspicious individuals. So, did you steal it? Then stop joking around.
I can prove that she came to me after leaving the Artisanship Commission, so she couldn't have stolen the sword.
Put it simply, not everyone who's seen the sword has been to the Artisanship Commission. Not everyone who might want the sword has seen it. So, the only remaining suspect is Miss Yun Li. So,
I didn't steal the sword.
When you've eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth.
We might be missing something here.
Prove me wrong. Better come up with some solid evidence.
Let me gather my thoughts. I need to help Yun Li clear her name.
Talk to witnesses at the scene and investigate the evidence at the crime scene. Is this the crime scene? Where's the evidence? Is this part of the evidence? No. Okay, go and talk to you.
Found any clues?
Talk to the others again. Leanne?
Yun Li says she didn't steal the sword, and I am willing to believe her. But I know well that Yun Li can be impulsive. So if she did steal the sword on a whim, I won't show her any favors. You were with Yun Li yesterday, young lady, so you have the best chance to prove her innocence. Is there anything you need to ask me?
She come to you.
She was still mad at me, so she didn't come by. If she had come with you, she wouldn't be a suspect right now.
How was the sword delivered?
After the ceremony, Argenti carried the sword case, and together with the delegation, they were escorted by the Cloud Knights to the Artisanship Commission. The artisan there confirmed that the sword was safely stored. I'm counting on you, then.
And, alright, let's take a look at the box. Bookcase exterior. The lock.
So, the thief took the sword from the case without picking the lock.
Or it was never in there to begin with. Here's a red. Rose petals.
Why is this flower petal inside the case?
Argenti took it. Gongshu.
Yes, I received your message yesterday and went to the arsenal to check on it. But when I went back this morning, all that was left was the case. I don't know anything else, so asking more questions won't help, I'm afraid. However, as the Master Artisan of the Artisanship Commission, I've got to clarify something. Even though the sword was stolen, this commission is still highly secure. Wait.
Okay.
I just remembered. My precious aromatons were smashed.
Well, that wasn't helpful at all, Gongshu. Thanks. Alright, Pavo.
Who could have thought that the Mieka Kivesa would be stolen? And that the prime suspect is General Huayan's granddaughter? Regardless, we've accomplished our mission. And now it's the Xianzhou's problem. By the way, why did that girl call it a cursed sword? It's quite upsetting.
The sword can take over the wielder's mind.
Lady. Let me get something straight. On Kalevala, this sword has always been highly revered. The first master of the Mieka Kivesa slew countless demons and then passed it down to a line of wise monarchs. The monarchs would heed the guidance of the hero spirits within the sword and gain insight into defeating their enemies.
Actually, the voice of the
What
Helio
is,
bus.
Helio? What? Never mind. The point is that the Mieka Kivesa did help the ancestors of Kalevala build a strong foundation. It's definitely not a cursed sword.
Pavo? Who's left? Yunli herself.
I don't want to make things difficult for official Dahao. Let's do this his way. And prove my innocence. If I can find that cursed sword, I can prove my innocence right away.
Are you planning on finding it?
That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. There's something else bothering me. Why would the thief take the sword? Leave the case behind? Did they melt down the sword like I wanted to?
That the case was too much trouble?
Yeah. Maybe. But if the case was too much trouble, wouldn't it be too conspicuous to carry around the sword like that? In plain sight?
Alright. Argenti took it.
Free to tell it.
100% Yunli didn't steal the sword.
100% sure. Fine. Let me go through my reasoning again, and you can interrupt if anything feels off.
The debate starts now.
Throughout the entire incident, there was only one suspect who broke into the Artisanship Commission, and that was Miss Yun Li.
Your statement isn't quite accurate. Argenti, the delegation members, and even me, we were all at the Artisanship Commission at some point.
True. But they all left after delivering the sword. And the craftsman overseeing the handover confirmed that they couldn't have left with the sword. We looked into it as well. Before Gu Yun was handed over, the side crane at the entrance of the Artisanship Commission captured you leaving. But there's no record of Miss Yun Li leaving.
Why would I dare leave through the main entrance after smashing the Arumatons?
Throughout the entire incident, there was only one suspect who broke into the Artisanship Commission. And that was Miss Yun Li.
On second thought, maybe let me think of...
Take your time. My reasoning, throughout the entire incident, there was only one suspect who broke into the Artisanship Commission.
Wish I could actually see what they said. Yunli's wouldn't do anything. Leanne... Oh, here we go.
On second thought,
Oh,
Take your
hold
time.
on.
Throughout the entire incident, there was only one suspect who broke into the Artisanship.
Oh, it's just the lock? Nope, it's not
Take
the
your
lock.
time. Throughout the entire incident, there was only one suspect
Pavo?
who broke
on
in.
second thought,
No, not
Take your
Pavo.
time. Throughout the entire incident, there was
I
only
mean, the only one left is Yun Li, but why would it...
on second thought,
Oh my word.
Take your time.
I'm not good at this, as you can tell.
There was only...
on second thought,
Wait, it's none of
Take
these.
your time.
What?
Throughout the entire incident, there was
Oh.
only caused a ruckus at the Artisanship Commission trying to take away Gu Yun. But you stopped her in her tracks.
Uh-huh.
After bidding farewell to you, Yun Li pretended to leave, but snuck into the arsenal alone and stole Gu Yun. You messaged Master Gomshu? I had no idea. Well, that's some solid proof right there. However, it only proves the sword wasn't stolen up to that point.
I didn't.
After bidding farewell to you, Yun Li pretended to leave, but snuck into the arsenal alone and stole Gu Yun. We haven't found any other suspects or evidence.
Did you look in the case?
I found this in the crevice at the bottom of the case.
A rose petal? Huh. I must have missed it during the search. Why was there a petal inside the case?
I don't know. But I do know that wherever that Knight of Beauty goes, he always leaves behind a trail of rose petals that's almost impossible to clean up.
That was it? I just had to present the
My
rose
thoughts
petal?
are a mess. Let me sort them out. The sword case was never locked, which is evidence that only someone who delivered the sword could have done that. And the rose petal was probably left behind by that Knight of Beauty. But how did he manage to take the sword from the Artisanship Commission? Why did he steal it after returning it here? And why would he leave that petal in the case?
Ask Argent.
Guyon flew out of the case on its own. The Knight of Beauty only unlocked the box to aid its escape.
Don't be ridiculous. How can a sword escape from a case on its own?
You've never seen a flying sword before?
I've only heard about the Mieka Kifesa being able to fly in legends. But even if it could fly, why would the Knight of Beauty do this?
Like I said, the sword contains a heliobus. Argenti must have been under the control of the sword. Maybe he was
Yeah, that would make sense.
Even before you arrived on the Lothar.
Official Daho, where can we find that knight?
Let me see.
One and only.
The docking location of Argenti's ship. The one and only.
Let's go. We've got to find Argenti before that sword completely takes over his mind.
Alright, Argenti. Gonna have to save you from yourself. Well, I guess not yourself, per se.
Haven of memories. Every time.
Let me not have you in the party for this, though. I will add you, though. Seems appropriate for you to be here. Argenti! Yeah, may as well tell him. Alright. Argenti, why is there a chair here? Corner of Stars Cafe when you stumble upon a knight clad in silver. Ooh, cutscene? No. 15th day of month X, 1604.
I've been waiting for you here for quite a while.
Knight of Beauty. You're the one who stole Guyon, right? Hand it over. You have no idea how dangerous that cursed sword is.
Dangerous? In my humble opinion, the real danger is always the hand wielding the weapon.
Potentially left the rose petal behind.
I did. As a Drilla's knight, I've sworn to live in poverty, and I abhor theft. I had to leave behind a rose petal in order to keep my promise to Master Guyon and uphold my knightly oath.
What do you mean?
I agreed to assist Master Guyon in its escape from the Xianzhou. As the person who pulled it from the stone monument, captivated by its beauty, I must know it. I couldn't stay in the arsenal to convince the craftsman, nor did I want to take the sword like a thief. That's why I left behind a small piece of evidence that pointed to my identity in the hope of an open and honest conversation.
Whatever your reasons are, you're planning to take the cursed sword away from the Xianzhou. Hand it over to me.
Back then, it was the beauty of Master Guyon that impressed me. So I willingly embarked on the journey to return the sword. But unfortunately, Master Guyon's homeland is no longer the ideal place for it to return to.
Argenti, I thought you had a stronger mind
As a
than
knight
this.
of beauty, I must not abandon it halfway.
Oh no. He's completely captivated by the power of that cursed sword.
Let me snap him out of it.
The solution is right in your hand.
Captivated? No, I am touched by Master Guyen's flawless beauty. To be honest, I'm confused why none of you can understand this sword. This is quite heartrending.
Okay, time to beat you up and take this thing off of you by force.
Her sword has messed with your ability to think. But it won't break you free from its grip. I'll shatter its illusion. And the sword itself.
Fair lady, if you're intent on taking away this person, this sword that is under my protection, please engage me with a fair duel according to knightly etiquette. As a representative of this duel, I, Argenti, challenge you. I swear on the spirit of chivalry, in front of Adrilla the Beauty, that I will represent Master Guyen in this duel. If I win, you will allow Master Guyen to leave the Cienja with me. And if you best me, Miss Yunli, I'll accept my defeat and turn Master Guyen over to you. Do you accept my challenge, Miss Yunli?
Fine. Let's see whose desire is stronger. Your desire to take it away, or my desire to hunt down all cursed swords. Show me what you've got. You're not going to use Guyen to fight for victory?
About swordplay, this. Knights rely on the skill to control the day and
Oh, Argenti, you don't stand a chance, bud. Get him. One bar down. The barrier's annoying. Coming through. Alright, and you're done.
I've lost. According to the rules of a knight's duel, I should keep my promise and hand over the sword to you. But before I do that, I hope that you, as the winner, might have the mercy and listen to Master Guyen's past experiences.
No.
The sword has been cursed since the day it was forged. Place it in front of me, and let me destroy it.
Do what she says, Knight.
But
you've done so much for me already. It's time for me to face her alone.
He draws forth an ancient sword, scarred from countless battles before Elias the blade seemingly rises.
Weary of fighting. I just want to share my past with you. To explain why I wanted to escape. After that, I'll leave my destiny in your hands. Are you afraid to witness my past, little girl?
Afraid? Well, you do have a different aura from other cursed swords. But you're just trying to use my curiosity to lure me in.
Well, you know best that a single touch won't snatch away anyone's sanity.
Be careful.
Fine. Show me your past.
it's already
impossible to contact the main Cloud9 forces. What awaits me will be a long and lonely war.
Follow me.
Oh.
It's so cold here. I didn't feel it when I was in the thick of battle. Now it's freezing me to the bone. You're indeed a masterpiece from the Xianzhou Juming. If you hadn't taken control of my body, I probably would have been decapitated in that fight.
Quiet and stay alert. Boris and the Wolf Troopers never give up the hunt.
Hey, just relax a bit. It's been over 300 days since we were both stranded on this planet. The transmitter never rings, so I guess we can't count on that anymore. The people on this planet still use beasts to pull their carts. Obviously, there's no way they can help us fix the star skiff. Looks like we're stranded on this forsaken planet for the rest of our lives.
The rest of the Xianzhou native's life could be terribly long. Are you feeling any desperation? All by yourself in this hostile world?
Yeah, a bit. Perhaps.
When things get too rough for you to handle, just leave everything to me. No need to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders.
Yeah, sure. If I really can't handle things anymore, I'll leave my body to you. But now is not that time.
Do you really think you can oppose an entire Borson army with your limited skills? What are you holding out for?
It's true that I'm stranded here. But it seems like that Borson pack is in the same boat. By the way, Guyan, do you know what a seed is? A seed may seem insignificant, but with careful cultivation and time...
Isn't that a guy who wanted to plant a seed here?
Away from the tree. You said that the rest of a Xianzhou native's life could be terribly long. You're right. That's why I intend to plant a seed named Resistance here, and nurture it for the rest of my life. I want to show the people of this land how to defend themselves against those monsters. I can already see the seed in the eyes of those people.
You really think you can do it? Why not just give me control, and we can revel in the bloodbath together?
What was the memory I just saw?
It was a memory of me and a Cloud Knight. Stranded on an unfamiliar planet. We crash-landed on a planet occupied by Borison. Just the two of us.
I can feel that it was a lonely war.
You said to give into the bloodlust, so,
I'm alive. All the young people in the village.
They died for you. They died because of your big promises. Promising them a life free from the Borison. I tasted their despair before death. They didn't see it coming. And neither will you.
I can't stay here. Let's move on to the next village.
Why? What's the point? You with your sorry excuse for an army have been fighting for over 3 decades, and you haven't won a single battle. Your soul is not resistance, but despair. This world is hopeless. It's completely infested with packs of Borson. You've seen the numbers, and you know the methods. And those numbers you put your hopes in. They just kneel down and worship the monsters devouring their children and families, calling them their beastmasters. Beastmasters for their sake, but they turned on you because they were scared of the Borson taking revenge. You remember all that, right?
I do. I remember my first death. Borson cut off my head. But I also remember that if it weren't for a brave youngster who risked his neck to reattach my head and give me a proper burial, I would risk everything. Left food at the entrance of my cave, fixed my fur coat, Some even joined my resistance. The rest of the Xianzhou natives' life is still terribly long. New youngsters who will stand beside me in battle. Time is on our side.
You said it was a lonely war. No. It wasn't a war filled with loneliness, but with despair. So much despair that I don't want to ever taste it again.
I'm leaving.
Where are you going, Your Highness?
I'm returning to my homeland, a distant place beyond the sky. I'm not coming back.
What should we do with you gone? What if those wolf demons show up again?
They won't, my child. You've wiped out the last of them. Before I go, I need you to do one thing for me. Even though the wolf demons are gone, new monsters will appear in this world soon. A demon will appear, donning golden branches and knowing only bloodshed.
Donning golden branches. The abundance?
My children, I'm entrusting you with a sword that's been with me in countless battles. Use the skills I've taught you over the years. You'll surely defeat that last demon. That's not all. I need you to construct a stone monument for me. It must be large and sturdy enough to seal the remains of that demon forever. This is a debt you owe me, and you must fulfill it. You understand?
You lied to them. And you lied to me, too. Oh, you promised that you'd give your body to me when you couldn't handle things anymore.
Well, this Xianzhou native's life has finally come to an end. My old friend, how about one last chance for revenge? Come and bid me farewell for the final time.
He had long since come to some understanding. I could sense a mix of intricate emotions flowing out. It wasn't bloodlust, or anger, or fear. What he had left for you was hope.
They learned how to fight monsters. But there's still one last monster living
Himself.
in the world. Kill it, my old friend. You left me there without ever looking back.
Himself.
Thank you, my old friend. Heliobi can taste human emotions. How do my emotions taste? My old friend.
A hint of bitter compassion and a touch of scalding courage. Your heart's deepest desire is to end war once and for all. Now, the war is finally over. Can you hear? Even though you can't hear me anymore, my old friend, I'll do everything I can to bring an end to all conflicts in this world.
So, this is the past of the Kalevalan people's Sword of Heroes? You helped the people of that world bring an end to war?
No, I did not. I am a weapon, and I only became the cause of more conflicts. Countless monarchs of Kalevala saw me as a symbol of kingship endowed by nature, and they waged wars in order to possess me. I grew tired of their wicked intentions. I didn't want to kill for anyone anymore. So I returned to the stone monument where my master was buried. And since then, no one was able to remove me from it.
But you allowed Argenti to take you away?
Because even after all this time, I still wanted my master to come home. During the sword gifting ceremony, I felt anguish when I learned that I would be handed over to the most skilled swordmaster and once again become a tool for killing. My master had engraved his deepest desire into my blade. End war. As a weapon, my purpose was predetermined from the start. I had to become a deadly sword that would relentlessly hack and kill. But once I fulfilled my mission, would I have the right to choose my own destiny like he did? So, I asked the Knight of Beauty to help me break free from this never-ending cycle of bloodshed.
These thousands of years have naturally turned into memories of mine. I think I understand the beauty the knight was talking about now.
I don't want to be a sword that brings death. My war ended long ago. The years spent as a tombstone were my finest.
I've told you everything about my experience with Master Guyan on Kalevala. Now, I'm sure that Miss Yun Li is as moved by the sword's flawless beauty as I was back then.
Even though I had heard the legends of this sword from the delegation, delving into its memories was still fascinating. Yun Li, I trust Yun's experiences have changed your mind.
No, Anne said this sword would change you.
That's why Grandpa hid it from me. So I wouldn't make a hasty decision. I always thought a cursed sword infused with a heliobus would only bring rage and slaughter. I never thought someone could leave behind the desire to end war, and even change the nature of the cursed sword. My position was too extreme. Guyan is truly a sword of heroes. I apologize to all of you for my behavior. I'm sorry.
I guess Argenti wasn't possessed? I guess it didn't possess anybody?
Now that we've proven Miss Yun Li's innocence and found the sword, should we now return it to the arsenal?
No. I'm still going to melt down this sword. I've heard your true desires, Guyan. I can sense that you're tired of being a sword. Constantly serving new masters and fighting battles you no longer want to be part of. Right?
But being a sword is my destiny. I'm doomed to serve some master and fight battles endlessly. Can the wind choose to stop blowing? Can a cloud choose to stop drifting? No. It's the same for me. A creation with a predetermined destiny.
That's not true, Guyan. That nameless swordmaster shaped his own destiny. So you can too.
I just can't picture my destiny being anything other than that of a sword.
Do you remember when you stood alone in front of the swordmaster's stone monument? People admired you because you you carried the memories of the hero. You are no longer a sword. You were a memorial.
Later, as I became worn and weathered, the gentle wind would pass through the hollows of my body, creating melodic tones that echoed in the distant mountains. I became a musical instrument then. I miss those times.
Can a creation become what it wants to be? The answer is yes. I'll grant your wish, Guyan, and transform you into something different.
Something different.
But this is the prize for the war dance. If the Kalevalan delegation finds out... Please, say something, General Phainon.
Well, my granddaughter has always been stubborn. Are you really sure about this, Huey?
What do you all think?
Might as well ask Guyan's opinion.
Fulfilling Master Guyan's wishes is the reason I came to the Xianzhou. With the Drill's blessing, it turned Master Guyan into a plow. But as long as it fulfills his wish to end war, I support it fully.
Then, I'll leave it to you, Yunli.
Oh, you make your way back to the Artisan Commission's Pendet Armory, seeking the use of their forging furnace.
It's been an honor getting to know you like this.
The honor is mine. Thank you, Yunli.
Why the long face, my child? Are you feeling regret, perhaps? You were completely determined when melting down the sword. So, why the sudden change of heart?
Grandpa, I melted down the prize for the war dance. How are you going to explain this to the lawful?
Oh? Am I hearing right? This little girl is worried about her grandpa. Didn't see that coming.
If only I'd talked to you from the beginning, Grandpa. Maybe things wouldn't have escalated like this, but at least Guyan got what it wanted. I have no regrets there.
When it comes to swords, you and your father are cut from the same cloth. So, are you planning to continue melting down the rest of Hongguang's swords?
Yeah. Guyan is unique. But the other cursed swords are still too dangerous for anyone to handle. But maybe I'll try to be more patient next time.
Be more patient. Well said. Remember what you learned today, because there will be many more situations in the future that will require you to be more patient.
Understood. But what about the prize?
Well, ever since you showed up at the ceremony, I had a hunch. So I prepared another sword as a backup plan. And don't worry, this one has nothing to do with Helio.
That's perfect.
By the way, the ambassador from Kalevala and that knight went to Aurum Alley. They're looking for a spot to honor the hero. Why don't we go take a look together?
We could have asked Guyan its name. Or not its name. We knew his name is Guyan. The name of the swordsman. I'm sure during their many decades, if not hundreds of years together, you would have said his name at least once. Is this where the guy does the illegal stuff?
Phainon, what brings you here?
Well, my granddaughter was inspired by the heroic legends told by the Mieka Kibesa, so she dragged me here to take a look.
Why'd you choose this place?
I come from a long line of Kalevala monument keepers. For generations, my family has guarded the stone monument left behind by the nameless hero. Over the centuries, a golden tree sprouted from under the monument, and its branches have never withered. We Kalevalans see it as proof of the hero's existence. Before leaving Kalevala, I took a branch from that golden tree, hoping to plant it here to represent the hero returning to his homeland.
That sounds good. We way Xianzhou people don't make coffins or set up memorials. So I'm sure he would be happy to rest here where life is bustling.
The hero had asked our ancestors to carve something into the monument. So I made a copy of it too. While the inscription is pretty worn with age, perhaps you can still make out some of it.
I have drifted far from my homeland and am on the brink of death. Yet, I take solace in having honorably fulfilled my duties. Should you feel compassion for me, kind traveler, please take a handful of soil hence and bring it back to the lawful. Mr. Pavo, I wonder if that hero ever left a name in your history.
I apologize, but the hero's epic battles happened long ago, and he did not leave any name for us to call him. But in our mythology, he came from the heavens, and so we call him the Cloud Knight.
Welcome home, Cloud Knight.
Now, you can also rest here, Huyan.
Swords to plowshares.
As a punishment for being an accomplice in this theft, General Huayan assigned me to guard this golden sapling and recite the story of the hero and this legendary sword to passers-by. This is not a punishment at all, and I gladly accepted it. Spreading the message of beauty to the Xianzhou residents is exactly what I desire. However, I plan to leave the Xianzhou soon and continue my travels. May our paths cross again in the vast cosmos, my dear friend.
So, is Guyun still in the... Talk to you, I guess.
Now that my mission is accomplished, the delegation will be leaving the Xianzhou Luofu soon. But of course, the experiences here will become an epilogue to the hero's stories. This golden sapling will become a part of the everyday scenery of the Xianzhou. I believe it's what he would have wanted.
I'm feeling a bit emotional. I'd like to stay here for a while. Thank you for your guidance. I'm truly grateful. By any chance, would you be interested in taking sword lessons with me? Like March?
I mean, I would have said yes, personally. An unassuming ancient guzheng, its body and strings appear to be crafted from a unique kind of metal. And without a human's touch, it occasionally bursts out notes as if humming an untuned melody for someone unseen. Alright, everybody. Well, I think that's a pretty natural place to end things. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I'll be back tomorrow with probably... MOC, I believe is tomorrow? Yes, MOC. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining me, and until next time, this is Blaze of Blazing Flame Studio, signing off. Thank you and have a great rest of your evening. Let us find someone to raid. Feel free to put any raid recommendations in the chat. At the moment, I'm just kind of pulling up a list of potential people in Star Rail right now. It's live in Star Rail that we can raid. VTubers look like they could use any additional help. Sure. Everybody, thank you once again for joining me, and I'm taking you over to Chimera, who's a VTuber playing Star Rail. Feel free to say hi to them from me, and hopefully have a good rest of your day, everybody. And until next time, this is Blaze from Blazing Flame Studios, signing off.